In this video, we're going to talk about tables. Tables can make things easier to read. Tables also have automatic formulas and formatting. Now, there are a few different ways to create a table. Make sure your active cell is in your data set. Now, I'm going to press Control T. Now, in the Create Table dialog, you can see it has the range that Excel has selected, and there's an option My Table Has Headers. If you don't choose that, it will actually put generic column names at the top. As you can see, it added generic headings to each column. I'm going to undo this and show you a couple more ways. Now, on the ribbon, on the Insert tab, you can also go to the Tables group and click on Table, and it will give you the same option as Control T. But if you want to actually select your color scheme and your formatting before you select the table, you can actually go to the Home tab. On the Home tab, there's a Styles group, and you want to look for Format as Table. Now, this will allow you to select a color format before you actually select it. So I'm going to choose this one right here, and then click OK. Now that I have a table, you can see I have a contextual tab, Table Design. If you don't see the Table Design tab, you may have clicked away from the table. To get it back, just click within your table. If you would like to customize the formatting you have in your table, we should look at table style options. You can see right now I have header row and banded row selected. Now, this table styles will reflect the changes you make here, because not all of these table style options apply to the actual table style. So just to show you that difference, if I expand the gallery, you can see it has header rows, and some of them have different formatting like banded rows, where you see the alternating colors. Now, if I change one of the options and go to the styles again, you'll see that some of them have a different first column. So this is how you can customize the style to your liking, where the first column, last column is different, and maybe you want the columns to alternate like the rows are alternating. Now I'm going to turn off first column because I don't want that highlighted differently. You may also want to add a total row. A total row can be used to add a function. Now, it doesn't really make sense for this one to be here, so I'm just going to delete that. We don't need it trying to add up the phone number, but I can go to this column in G30. I can click the drop down and then select average. And now I have the average of all the total sales. You can easily expand your table as well. So if I wanted to add another column, I can click in column K. I can type my column heading, and once I press enter, it adds that column to the table. To add a new row, I can click on the last row of my table and simply just press tab, and it will create a new row within the table. The last thing we're going to take a look at are creating filters. Now, at the top of the headings, you have these list arrow buttons that you can use to filter your data. So if I go up to last name, I want to find a particular last name and only show that last name. So I'm going to click on it and choose select all. That will deselect all the last names. And then I want to display the one last name. So I'm going to click on this one right here, click OK, and it filtered out everyone else's name. Now, if you look at the icon next to last name, you'll notice there's a difference with the other ones. This is showing you that you have this filtered. So if you no longer need the filter, you can click the list arrow again and choose clear filter from last name. Now, we can also type in a particular value if we want to find something. So I'm going to go to the state header, click the list arrow, and then type in a state. You can see it's automatically selected based off my search results, and I can click OK, and it found all of that particular state. Now I'm going to clear that filter, and we'll look at using a value that we see right in our data. So instead of going to that list arrow, we can actually go to a particular value like this right here, and we can right click, choose filter, and choose filter by selected cells value. So if you see something that you want to show, you can select that cell and use that value in your filter. The last filter we're going to take a look at, we're going to do a number filter where we can find all the values above 140,000. So I'm going to click on the list arrow next to total and choose number filters, and then greater than or equal to. I'm going to type in 140,000. And once I click OK, I should only see the sales totals above 140,000. The last thing we're going to look at is removing duplicates. One thing to remember is that remove duplicates is not limited to just tables. If I go to the Data tab and the Data Tools group, remove duplicates is there as well. So you don't need to necessarily have the table. Moving back to the Table Design tab, I'm going to click on Remove Duplicates there. I want to unselect all and only look at the first name and last name, and then click OK, and Excel will remove the duplicate for me. I hope you found this useful. Thank you for watching.